it's Angela Pinamonti with Vista's Best. We're here at Flying Pig in downtown Vista. We're gonna go talk to Aaron Browning, one of the owners of this great establishment. Come on in and check it out.
Hey, I'm Christy Lundy, and this is Angela Pinamonti, and we're here today with Vista's Best at Flying Pig with Aaron Browning.
Hey.
And we're in downtown Vista. And start by telling us a little bit about the history of Flying Pig.
Well, the history started 7 years ago. Oceanside only had a few restaurants. My husband and I both worked in the restaurants. I worked at Montage in Laguna Beach. He worked at Market and Del Mar. And we wanted...
So you met in the middle?
Pretty much. We wanted a place where you felt like you were at our house. Because we would come home from work, this was pre-kid, and make these extravagant meals after work with all of our friends. And that's what we wanted to recreate. But truth be told, servers don't become restaurateurs. Hence the Flying Pig, when pigs fly. So when the opportunity arose, it's a long story, but we found a spot in Oceanside, and my parents had said they'd loan us $50,000 if we could find a restaurant. Once again, when pigs fly, you don't open restaurants on $50,000.
Well, it costs a lot of money to open a restaurant.
Yes.
All the expenses, yeah.
So we continued working. Roddy saw a thing online about a restaurant for sale in Oceanside for $50,000.
That's a sign.
We called the broker. He's like, well, you can come to my office. And we're like, no, we'll just drive around. So we drove around. It's at Wisconsin and Tremont. It was a little Asian grocery store that had a kitchen. And the gentleman was selling it, but he had us meet the landlord first, who was John Daly, who owned the 101 Cafe.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, well, what kind of menu? And at this point, it was all pipe dream. So Roddy blurts out, charcuterie, wine bar. And he said, well, I need to see a menu because I don't want you to compete with us over at the diner. So we sent him a menu. Didn't hear anything for 2 weeks. If you've ever met my husband, he wasn't sitting well. He wanted to know what was wrong with the menu. So we went down, knocked on the door. He said, sorry to bother you, John. Just wanted to see, did you not like the menu? And he said, no, come in. He said, no. He said, the gentleman hasn't paid his rent in 6 months, so I'm saving you $50,000. He's leaving this week, and the keys are yours. And at that point, I was like, wow, this is really happening. And so I called my parents from the car and said, is the $50,000 still available? They said yes. And I mean, there's lots of more details, but that's really how it happened. It was crazy.
So
what an incredible story.
I know. And then this was a different, a second child for you, basically.
So we waited, we looked. Around 3 years, Roddy wanted to do a second one. So we looked in Escondido. Nothing, it just didn't feel right. So we had moved out here. So we looked here a couple different places, and then we put it on the back burner. We just couldn't find the spot. We knew it would be the right spot. And the city called us and said, we hear you're looking for a second place. We have some buildings. We'd like you to be part of what we're doing downtown. Wow. And we came and looked at this spot, and we actually bought this one. Whereas we're just renting the Oceanside one.
This is so cool to hear, because as a Vistian, I've seen this transform into all these other things throughout the years, like banks to now this beautiful restaurant. So tell us a little bit about how that came to be, like the whole transition from the bank.
Well, it was a labor of love. We actually had 7 months to do all of this.
The whole thing?
So over there we had no contractors. We literally put paper in the window and we did everything ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
Or we had friends help us. It was this. I actually got to spend 7 months buying things off of Craigslist and flea markets, and it's all reused, repurposed, recycled. So we kept with the same philosophy as Oceanside. The tables were made from wood that was taken off the ceiling.
Wow.
The contractor made all the bar, the plumber, like I said, he did all the welding. All these plants were this big. They came from my backyard, as well as the rocks.
Little pups that you planted here?
So it was just sort of a labor of love. We all did it together. It was, it was very hard. When we first opened, there was no road.
That's true. Yep.
For 6 months.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it was horrible.
They had to find us through the back, and we wondered if it was ever going to get done. We would sit here and hope that people would come in, and it took about 6 months. So we say we're 3 years old, but we really say we're 2.5, because for the first 6 months it was
It's like you were dating Vista under the table, and then like you were Facebook official after Facebook.
Yes.
It's not a secret anymore.
No.
Oh my God, that's an amazing story.
What's your favorite thing about being part of this community, about being in downtown Vista?
Everybody's so excited to make it a place to come, a destiny. I'm not being from here. When we moved out here, I never came downtown. We went to Oceanside. We had a restaurant there. So when we took this over, and the vision that everybody had for making Vista a destination to not just go have a drink, but spend the day. So that's been fun watching that happen, and the new boutiques that are going in, and Milk Organics going in, and really good friends with Bare Roots, and now they have a tasting room behind us. So that is great, seeing the evolution. The road stuff still has everybody up in arms, but when it's done, it'll be great.
It'll be beautiful, and that's kind of what's so great about Vista is the community feel. I always love that, and that's kind of what we're doing here on this, is to kind of highlight great businesses like yourself and show why it's such a cool place to be. Vista's awesome.
Right. And get people, I have nightly people from San Marcos and Escondido. We had no idea that Vista had anything here. So it's working.
Thanks to you too. And Flying Pigs. Do you have any future goals for the business, or any further locations, or?
At this time, no. We have a 6-year-old, so Roddy's in Oceanside, 5 days a week. I'm here 5 days a week. We're at both restaurants every day during the day. So this, to do any more would be biting off a little more than we could chew.
Well, you've done such an amazing job here, and we're so thankful that you let us share it with everybody watching.
Yeah, and we're excited to check out some food.
Yay!
Let's do that. Thanks so much.
Chicken, pork burger, flat iron, small green, daily pasta, bacon mac.
Take that card.
Wow, all this food looks so amazing.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have all. There's so much cheese for me on this. I'm really excited about that.
I may have to cheat. I don't eat cheese, so I might have to just take a little bite here or there. But they all look so amazing. These must be the specialties, or like how'd these come to be?
I picked a few of their most popular dishes. The pork chop is pretty much hands down our signature dish, has been since the day we opened. We use a Duroc pork. We season with only paprika. Salt to taste when it's being served on our grits, and our grits are probably some of the best grits in town.
I'm so excited. They look amazing. That came out, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so good.
It looks so good. All the food.
The bacon mac and cheese is also another signature dish. It's creamy, it's bechamel-y, it's heavenly. Brussels sprouts, those are fried and then tossed with molasses, dried cherries, blue cheese, and bacon. Seared salmon with a risotto. We're in spring, summer, so now we've got the fresh peas in it and chanterelle mushrooms. It's finished with a little herb olive oil. And then our tomato salad. Last year we actually grew all the tomatoes on our little farm. We call it Josie Bell. She's my daughter. This year, some of the tomatoes came from the farm, some came from a neighbor, and then it's with roasted romas and our house-made cracker, blue cheese, and pickled shallots. So
My goodness.
It's such a like selection here. Are there any other things that aren't listed here that are kind of your dessert wise?
desserts are not our specialty. No, we make 3 really good desserts, and we don't stray. We do a pudding, an ice cream tonight. We have a homemade brandy pear ice cream, but. We have sweets. I just wouldn't say that we are heavy-handed on the sweets by any means.
So, Erin, you're coming to your restaurant for dinner. You're like, oh, I'm going on a date tonight with my husband, and we're going to go to our restaurant.
Yes,
What?
we do it often.
We have we have the specialties of the restaurant, but what are your personal favorites?
The mussels are fabulous. You'll want to drink the juice when you're done, like to the very bottom. We use our house-made chorizo, and it's garlicky and white winey. I would do the tomatoes, the mussels. All our steaks are pan-seared, butter braised. They're all certified Angus beef. I love red meat, so we do that. All the pastas are made in-house every day.
Oh, wow.
We hand roll them. Tonight we have fettuccine and pappardelle. We make a heavenly bolognese sauce, traditional meat gravy. You really can't go wrong. The burgers are great. We do a pork burger, which is sort of different. Lots of people like it. We do a double trouble, so you can get a pork and beef burger.
That sounds like something my husband would like.
The kids' grilled cheese is also pretty good. I
Bring
won't
your
lie.
kids here. They are very kids friendly here. They got a nice chalkboard wall.
We are chalkboard wall. We have junior cornhole. We do live music Fridays and Saturday nights.
Awesome.
Which is sort of fun. It's not late night. It's 8:30 to 10:30, so
That's nice.
you can still bring the kids. They're entertained in the garden and listen to music. We all have full liquor.
Enjoying a Moscow pig.
Yeah, I have the gin smash. Gin smash? Pig smash? Gin smash.
Gin smash.
Gin smash.
Gin smash.
It's like it has gin, that's my drink.
Grapefruit martini. I love tequila, so we are heavy on the tequilas. My husband loves bourbon, so we have a slew of bourbons.
So you can come get every fix. The drink fix. Your
Beer menu changes a lot. We use a lot of Vista local beer. We do have Miller High Life, but that's about as domestic as you're going to get.
the champagne of beers.
My husband and I are both sommeliers, so the wine list is very eclectic, but we both believe you can get a great bottle of wine for $20, not $50, so it's, yeah.
I love that. Well, I mean, we're going to dig in.
Oh my gosh.
Enjoy.
Where do I even start?
I don't know.
I'm going to start with the pork chop. Angela doesn't eat meat.
I'm going for the salmon.
But I do. Let's see. So what is on top?
Castelvetrano olives, shallots, garlic.
Oh my gosh,
try
that looks
this risotto.
amazing.
I love risotto.
I feel like I'm cutting wrong.
Oh, you're not. You can never go wrong. Really.
I'm gonna make a little smaller
We
bite.
do cater to, I am keto, so we always have cauliflower mash available.
Oh, that's good to know.
For keto/paleo. Just because we have lots of pork doesn't mean that we don't make vegan dishes and vegetarian dishes. All you have to do is ask your server.
The salmon is crispy, flaky. The risotto is creamy. The peas are like a nice little pop in your
Pop
mouth.
in your mouth. Yeah.
I don't even have words for what's going on in my mouth right now. It's like one of the reasons I never order pork chops at restaurants is because they're always really dry.
And honestly, my dad says it's the best pork chop he's ever had.
It is not dry.
He's just saying that.
Right.
No, it's not.
He's not. It's so good.
And then
if you like,
mushrooms and
In-N-Out has their secret menu, so we have ours. So if you order something loaded, it will come topped with bacon, cheddar cheese. We can always ask for a fried egg. Our burgers are great.
So good.
We do lots of family style, so you can do the pasta as an appetizer for the table. Lots of options.
Oh, that's so good.
Wow.
Okay.
You gotta try the
I'm gonna
mac
go
and
through.
cheese.
Oh, yeah, I do. I get a Brussels sprout in here.
We did get voted top mac and cheese of San Diego
Oh my
a
God.
few years ago.
I love Brussels sprouts.
So good.
And that is, they're really, really good. They aren't, they're not too sweet.
No.
That's what I find in a lot of restaurants is like,
Pour
all I can taste is maple syrup or all I can taste is whatever sweet sauce they have on top. And these, like, I get a little sweetness, but then I get the Brussels and so good.
Marinated onion or like
The shallots.
And
pickled
we're-
those are shallots.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, and we're not like food connoisseurs,
Yeah,
so we
so
don't
my
have the
lingo's
right words.
Hey, it's just
We
good
don't have the
food.
words, but it's
Just
really good in my
and it
mouth.
makes you feel good inside. I mean,
Yeah.
I love this place. I love the decor that you picked out. The food is amazing. It's right here in the center of Vista. You can go cruise around Vista and then come get your family dinner here at Flying Pig. How can they reach you if they want to check out or maybe hours of operation?
We have a Facebook page. We have an Instagram page, Flying Pig Pub and Kitchen. We have the our internet page. What is that? Our
The website?
website. The menus on the website are sample menus because we do change frequently. Oceanside's menu is completely different than ours. So if you wanted to try something different, it's a little more pasta heavy, braised meat heavy, seafood heavy in Oceanside. We do catering. You can always send emails to info@flyingpig.pub.
When you open,
We open at 4:30 most days, except for Fridays we open at 3:30, so you can have a little bit more happy hour. We do a happy hour from 4:30 to 6. Saturdays and Sundays, Vista is open for lunch. Sunday we do brunch.
fun to check out.
Yeah, Oceanside is dinner only, just too small. We do birthday parties and weddings and
Any type of party.
Yeah.
It's always a party here at Flying Pig. Well, thanks again so much for sharing all the food. It was
Hey,
such
thanks
a
for
pleasure
coming.
to come and
was-
see your restaurant in person and hear the backstory from you. So
Come and check out Flying Pig here in downtown Vista. It's definitely one of Vista's best.
yay!
Thank you.
Come on down.
Oh, oh, oh.